Hey Gemini, how's it going everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your mid-November 2022 tarot reading. This one is going to be very short and sweet, so without further ado, let's hop on into it and let's see what's going on, baby. What do we got showing up here for the Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-November 2022. What do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Let's go ahead and start having ourselves a look. We're going to start out here with the overall energy. And the overall energy of your reading is going to be the Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles, equal give and take is usually what this card represents. The amount of energy you invest in a situation is exactly what you get back. What you put into the universe is what you get back. So I feel equal give and take at play being a pretty big highlight here for your month. Moving along though into your current situation. We have the Four of Cups, we have here the Moon, and then lastly here for you, we do have the Six of Wands coming into play as well. So Four of Cups, the Moon, and the Six of Wands. Four of Cups is a card that usually kind of symbolizes ignoring somebody. So you could be ignoring a person or a situation. The Moon card coming into play here could represent that things might be getting a little bit emotional at this time. And then the Six of Wands could be a card that represents a lot of success, but it also could be a card that represents attention. So it feels to me like you're kind of in a space right now where you're pushing out people who maybe are giving you emotional support, or people who are taking kind of a note or a mental note as to how you've been, presented, or how you've been feeling, or how you've been looking. Like, I feel like people have been seeing you, Gemini, and they've been seeing that maybe something's off. Maybe they've been seeing that you just looked a little down, or you've looked a little sad, or you've just had something going on and they couldn't quite place their finger on it. And it kind of feels to me like the way you've responded to that was you kind of just ignored it, People will be like, hey, Gemini, like, what's going on with you? Like, I'm fine, I'm okay. You would pretty much ignore it when people could see not necessarily what you're not seeing, because I feel like you're the one experiencing it, right? You know how you feel, you know what you're seeing, you know what you're going through, but other people can see it too. And in mid-November, it's like, I don't want other people to see it. I don't want other people to know what I'm going through. I don't want other people to understand what's happening. Ultimately, I want the spotlight off of me. So when it comes to Six of Wands being a card of attention, it's like, I don't want people giving any sort of attention at this time. So remember though, with the overall energy here being the Six of Pentacles, what you put in is what you get back. The more you do block out the individuals that are trying to show the support and the love that they have for you and the care that they have for you, the more you're not going to receive that care over time, because you're pushing it away from you when it is being offered to you. So Gemini, I do feel for many of you, you can kind of be in a bit of a cold place here in mid-November, and it's not going to resonate to all of you. And if you are, I want you to know that it's absolutely okay, because I feel like we've all been there. I've definitely been there before in my life when I was going through my own shit and people would be like, what's wrong? And I'm like, fuck off, to put it bluntly, even if it's mean, even if, somebody really genuinely cares, it's like, I just don't want to talk about anything. I don't want you to know what's going on in my life. I don't want you to know how I feel. It's not your business, blah, blah, blah. Been there before, totally understand it. And it happens. But what I learned throughout my life is like, the more that I did spend time pushing people away, I got to a point in my life where I was really lonely because I didn't have anybody, And I think that that's just the true reality of the situation. And that's why I bring it up here for you, because you're not intending to push people away. It's not that you're not appreciating the fact that they care. It's not that you don't want other people to care. It's that you're so over it yourself that talking about it just makes you feel like, what's the point of reiterating the same shit that I'm already feeling? And communicating it to other people that care about you. Why bother placing a burden on other people that they don't have to bear or worry about or care about? So why bother opening up about it, right? So the thing is though, Gems, is like, when you do get to that point where it becomes very consistent, where you shut everybody out and you shut everybody down, you will feel that loneliness. And then you'll get to a point where you're so lonely, it's like, actually, it would be nice to kind of open up to somebody. It would be nice to have somebody show me that they care. And you'll look back and be like, well, wait, people did. So that's what I'd like to prevent here, right? The thing that I love so much about tarot is that tarot is preventable, okay? It's like we're talking about drugs over here, okay? It's 100% preventable if you never try it, It's preventable, because the thing about tarot is that tarot is about our free will. So what I'm reading for you currently is your current path, but the great thing about it is that you can change your path at any time, i.e. changing your outcome. So Gemini, we can change this. We can really move away from that end goal of getting to a place where you feel so alone if we start to see what's happening in this current moment. So I feel like you are pushing people away, And if it's not your story, it's not your story. Don't apply it to you. But if you are, you know it resonates. So I feel like you are pushing people away. And it would be within your best interest at this time probably to not do that, you know? So let's get into some clarifiers here. Clarifying the Six of Wands, we have here the Hangman, and we have here the Ace of Wands. So immediately about the attention thing that we previously talked about. You don't really want the spotlight on you, Gemini. And I think a big part of you doesn't want the spotlight on you because it's like, I've already been feeling this way for a long time. The Hangman, I've been feeling this way for a while. And I don't know when it's going to stop. I don't know when I'm going to get out of this energy. And I don't want to be in this energy forever. I don't want everybody to look at me and be like, Gemini, you've been sad for so long now. Get over yourself. Like, I just don't want people to see what I'm really dealing with and experiencing. I just want to move on. Ace of Wands. I want to brighten people's day. Have people in my environment see me as happy because then they don't have to worry about me. And if people aren't worrying about me, then it's a good thing because I don't have to burden or bother anybody else. So you want the spotlight off you, okay? Because you don't know when you're going to feel okay, when you're going to get out of this funk, when you're going to stop feeling all these intense energies you've been going through, whatever those energies may be, because your personal story is going to vary from Gemini to Gemini. So wanting the spotlight off you here seems very much so like a big common theme for you. Let's clarify the moon. We're going to clarify the moon here with the Five of Wands and the Death card. So the moon card here being clarified by the Five of Wands. Firstly, Five of Wands is a card here that represents frustration. Okay, so it frustrates you to feel this way. It frustrates you to feel very deep in your feelings and emotions, and it sucks to be emotional. It's not what you want. You know, Death card, if I can change it all right now, I would. If I could just hit a button and be happy, I would be. If I could just hit a button and be in a good place, I would be. But that's not the reality of the situation. And I'm tired of struggling with it. I'm tired of struggling with feeling really emotional all the time and dealing with a lot of heavy shit all the time. You know, I wish it could disappear. Now, you might hate me for what I say in this next upcoming moment, but the truth is that the best way to actually heal from the situations we're dealing with is indeed to feel. So for me personally, feeling is healing. I mention that to people all the time in my readings, and it's something that's very, very true. So if we avoid our feelings, we're not going to be doing any healing, but if we actually tap into what it is we're feeling, in due time expressing it, is what eventually lets us heal. So that's why I always say it is a good thing to open up to people and to talk to people, because just by simply having a conversation with a friend about how your day's been or how things have been going and how you've been feeling lately, you're going to end up releasing it and purging it throughout that conversation, and you're going to naturally feel better afterwards too. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is clarified here by the Three of Wands and by the Five of Pentacles. So Four of Cups, I'm ignoring everybody. I get people are wondering what's going on with me. Excuse me. I get people are wondering what's going on with me. I get people are interested in what's happening, but I'm ignoring everybody, right? Four of Cups. Now, Three of Wands here to the Five of Pentacles. How much longer, though, can I continue to ignore everybody, continue to say I'm fine, to the point where everybody knows it's absolutely not? I think that's a bit of a worry here for you, Gemini, is having other people see that you're in a position of time where maybe you feel jaded or you feel wounded. Because if other people know that, I don't want to get kicked while I'm already down. I don't want individuals to know that I'm already hurt and give other people opportunities to continue to hurt me. So in a way, it's a bit of a coping mechanism too, hiding your feelings and emotions. Nobody should know that I'm vulnerable, because then maybe they'll strike, you know? But we got to remember, not everybody's going to strike, especially the people that love us, especially the people that are here for you right now, Gemini, that want to be there for you. They're not here to strike. They're not there to kick you when you're down. They're here to lift you up. They're here to bring you to the top when you're feeling down. So it's hard to, differ between the two. It's hard to differ between being scared that other people want to take a jab at you when you're down and then realizing the individuals who genuinely want to lift you up. Because when we're in that mindset, it's hard to trust anybody, But if I can tell you one important thing in this entire reading is that you do have people in your life who absolutely adore you. You have people in your life who love the ever-living shit out of you. And that would be your ride or die. And that would be there for you 100% no matter what. And if you do continue to push those people away, those very significant and important connections, it might be something you end up regretting, later down the line. It's not something that you want to do. Take it from personal experience, it ain't fun, So I think that this month, the most important thing to remember and to focus on is that people love you. People are here for you, and not everybody's your enemy. And I know that I can feel that way when we're going through some really deep shit. I can feel that way like, fuck it. I'd rather just shut myself out from everybody because there is no way for me to trust everybody. But there are people that are trustworthy, and I think you should open up to them as much as possible, because in doing so, going back to what I mentioned previously, feeling is indeed healing. Letting yourself feel, letting yourself connect with what your emotions are telling you is what's going to let yourself naturally process it and let it go in the end. Okay? All right, Gemini, very intense stuff for sure. We're going to go ahead and take a look here at the outcome. But like I mentioned, I would definitely pay attention to that one important thing I discussed with you, okay? About really letting yourself open up. Because the sad reality of it is that you push and push and push and push. And one day you push so hard that no one's left, and you don't want to be there. It's not a fun place. Okay. So remember, tarot is 100% preventable, just like taking a drug, right? It is 100% preventable. We can change our path at any given moment in time that we please to. All right. Gemini, what's going to be the overall outcome here for you regarding mid-November 2022? What do we have as the overall outcome? And we have here the Three of Swords. Whew, Gemini. I want to give you guys a hug through the screen right now, okay? Three of Swords coming into play here. It's a card of significant pain, But pain is what reminds us that we're human. I think pain serves a purpose just as much as laughter. Pain serves a purpose just as much as love. Pain is something that we all experience, but it is indeed what makes us human. So coming into the ending of this month here with the overall outcome being the Three of Swords represents pain, but it's also a card that represents separation. The way that you're going to separate yourself from your pain is by actually letting your pain in. It's by letting people in. It's by letting everybody in that cares about you. Just let them in, Gemini. People are knocking at that door, and the longer that you keep it shut, the more the pain's going to fester. But if you open yourself up to that door, you open up yourself to the pain and to the people there that are willing to support you and be there with you no matter what, that pain's going to dissipate. It has no more room to fester, but instead it has to go somewhere else. Okay? That pain can no longer resonate inside of you. So if you want to separate yourself from that pain, it's going to start from having to be able to let it in. All right, Gemini. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I mean, it was definitely a bit of a rough reading, but I hope that it opened up your eyes and helped anybody who truly resonates to this situation. As I did previously mention, I know not every Gemini is going to resonate with this, but if it happens to be your story, I think that it could really help you. You can get a lot of benefit out of this by not getting to that end goal of pushing everybody away. That's not what you want to do for sure. So I hope that whatever I said here helped for sure. Okay? But Gemini, like I said, I appreciate you tuning in. It was a bit of a heavy read, but I hope it helped nonetheless. And with that being said, Gemini, please do enjoy the rest of your November 2022, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, Gemini, and have yourselves a good one. Later, everybody, and peace.